Hi folks, Uncle Ted, your ice cream alchemist here from Ice Cream Every Day with Orange Dreamsicle. You remember those chemically orange popsicles we used to have as kids? Well, this is an attempt at that without the chemicals. So let's get started by peeling the oranges. There's several ways of doing this. I didn't like the results I got from the microplanes, so I shaved the skin off with the sharpest knife that I have and making the thinnest cuts as possible. Then I shaved off as much of the pith as I could. That white stuff is called the pith. It's bitter, it tastes terrible, so you need to get as much of that off as you can. Upon further review, I should have just kept with the microplane instead of shaving the skin because I never was able to get all that pith off the peel. I found that chopping was the best method with the zest. A word of advice, you can never get the pieces small enough. Never. When you're biting into this ice cream and you get a piece of frozen orange peel, it just puts you off. There's something wrong with it. Next time I'm going to use the microplane only and just microplane the stuff. Once you've got the zest taken care of, you can start your cream and milk. This recipe is a bit different. While it has the same ratio that we normally use, 2 cups of cream to 1 cup of milk, this recipe called for half a cup of cream reserved for later, as you'll see. As always, pour it into a cold pan, then turn on the heat. While that's slowly heating up, I cracked the eggs. The recipe called for 5 yolks, and this is a double batch, so that meant 10 egg yolks. I really need to learn how to make a meringue because I'm getting sick of egg white omelets. The 3/4 cup of sugar goes into a container where I sprinkle in a pinch of guar gum, and then I put on the lid, give it a shake. That sugar then gets added to the dairy as it heats on the stove. Remember, we add it bit by bit and then we mix it up thoroughly. I also added 1 3-ounce packet of non-fat dry milk to help scoopability, and upon further review I can tell that wasn't enough. There was still too much water in the base, and it came out too hard. There's a few changes that I'm going to make to this recipe, and I might actually make another video on my second attempt. The reason it was too hard was the half cup of orange juice added with a tablespoon of vanilla and the half cup of cream we reserved, plus the zest. That OJ had too much water and it made for scoopability issues. The next time I'm going to use the frozen concentrate and not blend it with any water. I'm also going to do a few other things too. Like I said, I'm probably going to do a second video and do this all over again just because there were some issues here. Once the dairy is reduced by about 15%, it's time to temper the eggs. This is much easier than it looks. All you need to do is get those eggs moving fast and then slowly add your hot dairy a bit at a time, like maybe half a cup, mix for a few seconds, and then put in another, but this time a bit more. Do that a few times until you bring the temperature of the eggs up enough so they don't cook. Usually that takes between half and 2/3 of the total dairy. Once the eggs are tempered, it's time to put everything back in the pan to heat up to 165 degrees and hold it there for 2 minutes to kill all the cooties. After you've done that, pour it through a strainer, and here's a tip. The very first thing you should do after you put everything in the fridge is clean that strainer. Trust me on this, the longer you wait, the harder it is to clean. It's a pain. Once you've got the base strained, add the cream, OJ, and zest and vanilla, and just go ahead and give that a mix. Then chill for 24 hours. Run through your ice cream maker according to the instructions in the box. I gotta say, this ice cream flavor was good, but it could be better. And I'm gonna do some things differently. I can do better. And so, I hope that you guys subscribe to this channel, and I hope that you like this video. My OCD is kicking in. I'm gonna do this again, and I'm gonna make some things different. I'm gonna do this better. But I just thought you'd be interested to see what I'm doing. But thanks for watching, and please subscribe.